Welcome to El Salvador, a nation stepping boldly into the future after dealing with decades of civil war and gang violence. In 2021, it became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Here, the Chivo wallet empowers citizens integrating Bitcoin into everyday life. At the Adopting Bitcoin 2023 conference, global eyes are on El Salvador, witnessing a country reborn under the Bitcoin umbrella. El Salvador, a small country with a big vision, embracing change in the digital era. So come on this journey so we can see how Bitcoin is changing it for the better. What's up, y'all? So I arrived in El Salvador. Remember, you'll need your US passport for this journey. Apart from your passport, you'll either need a Salvadorian visa or a tourist card. You can easily obtain a tourist card upon arrival at the airport for just a $12 fee. Sucks I couldn't pay for this in Bitcoin. I'll explain this later. But this tourist card is your key to exploring the rich culture and beauty of El Salvador. Let's begin our first day in Central America. After a 45-minute drive from the airport, I finally arrived at my hotel, the Hilton San Salvador. Check out my room. What's going on, everybody? This is my hotel closet, bathroom, shower, pretty nice shower. Two twin beds, but it's only me, so I'm just TV, little bench right here. The view is what sells the room. We are in beautiful El Salvador, and I am here for the Adopting Bitcoin conference. Check out this view. Boom, look at that. Beautiful countryside. You can see the mountains up there. I don't know if that's a volcano or not, but the country does have a lot of volcanoes. And it's just a beautiful place, man. It's really nice. Beautiful weather, of course. And I'm just enjoying my time down here in El Salvador. I'll be doing a lot of Bitcoin stuff, so look out for that. And I just wanted to show my audience my hotel room. What's going on, everybody? This is day one in El Salvador for the Adopting Bitcoin 2023 conference. As you can see, it's kind of rainy out there today. We are in the last throes of the rainy season, which ends in November. This is the beginning of November, so we still have a couple rainy days. And I'm creating this episode of the Bitcoin Source as kind of like a little documentary, a little journey into my experience here while in El Salvador for the weekend. I will say this to start off, that there's a lot of FUD, there's a lot of disinformation inside of the media talking about El Salvador being unsafe or being rife with gangs or having massive government corruption. And I will say for myself personally, since landing in El Salvador, I feel 100% safe. You see police in full uniform, you see military in full uniform. They are patrolling, they are making sure that the population is safe, they're making sure that people feel safe. And I really appreciate the president for kind of rolling out that approach to the tourists that are coming into the country. The country is beautiful, it's very lush, green, tropical. The people are really nice, the food is delicious. Shout out to those pupusas. And what I found really insightful and interesting is that while down here with my current Bitcoin only job, shout out to my boys at Satoshi, we have kind of gone to Starbucks, we've gone to Pizza Hut, we've jumped to different little businesses, on-chain businesses that accept Bitcoin, and we've been buying products or getting services using Bitcoin. And I think that that's important because if you're a Bitcoiner or someone that's curious about Bitcoin, or even just a hardcore enthusiast, coming to El Salvador is almost like a rite of passage. It's like coming to the Mecca. And why I say that is because this is the only country outside of Central African Republic, but I think that they actually stopped doing it, where you can actually come and have Bitcoin as legal tender, which means that the country actually accepts Bitcoin as its legal form or official form of tender outside of the US dollar, of course, because El Salvador has dollarized their economy once they dropped their current currency many moons ago. It's really beautiful and interesting to see so many different people coming down for the Adopting Bitcoin Conference 2023 and being able to really express themselves and show people that El Salvador is a place that everybody should visit, and they should really tap into understanding why Bitcoin is important. And if you want to see why Bitcoin is important, I implore you to check out El Salvador, visit, help their tourism get bigger, help these conferences get bigger by attending and supporting and retweeting and sharing it on social media. And I think that with those things, we'll see a greater form of adoption, not only in El Salvador, but all across the world. You have another conference coming up, the Africa Bitcoin Conference, which will be held in Ghana in December. That's another big deal that people need to be talking about, because Africans need Bitcoin just as much as anybody else across the globe. And, I just think that this thing is continuing to grow and get bigger. And so many more people are going to be really paying attention to why Bitcoin is important, like I said, and how do we use this asset, this digital money, to actually better our lives. And so many people are confused and don't understand why Bitcoin is important, or they believe what the mainstream media says about Bitcoin, that it's a scam, that it's, digital money that's used to buy drugs or whatever else, that they try to push that narrative onto the mainstream. But as you know, you've watched tons of my episodes of my podcast, and I'm talking to people from all walks of life, CEOs, founders, software engineers, people coming from all different backgrounds, talking about how important Bitcoin is. So I will continue to do so as I document my journey, my week here in El Salvador. And this is day one, so stay tuned. I almost forgot, the initial Bitcoin journey here has been less than smooth. In the airport, they avoided accepting Bitcoin and claimed cash was faster. Adoption among the population remains limited. Why? In my opinion, volatility, technological hurdles, and a lack of understanding pose significant barriers. The ever-changing value of Bitcoin brings uncertainty, making both merchants and customers hesitant. Moreover, access to the necessary technology and internet connectivity is not universal across El Salvador, leaving many behind. We tried Bitcoin, but it was complicated for some taxi drivers and some of the locals. They seem to prefer cash. The government has initiated some educational efforts, which I think is great, but the road to widespread acceptance is still long and winding. But of course, Rome was not built in a day, and as the week went on, I found many places that did accept Bitcoin, and it was smooth sailing from there on out.
Olá, queria tocar em Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 中文系。
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, so day two of the Adopting Bitcoin 2023 was action packed. As you can see, I'm going through a list of the different speakers that we can listen to on each stage: Naga stage, Galoy stage. There's a bunch of different stages that you can attend to. And to mitigate confusion, this LCD screen right here allows us to just really go in really quickly and see who's speaking. Um, as you can see, I've jumped into a bunch of um, different halls, different conversations talking about Bitcoin, people kind of pitching and
pushing out their different business models or applications, digital wallets, solutions that they're trying to create to make Bitcoin more immersive in the space and to increase adoption. So check out this footage. The conference was fire day 2. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to continue to show people this journey that I embarked on in El Salvador.
What's going on, everybody? I am here in beautiful El Salvador. This is day 2 of the Adopting 2023 Bitcoin conference. And, you know, the weather is beautiful, the sun is shining, and I'm really honored and grateful to be able to be in a position to actually, talk about Bitcoin and educate people on Bitcoin and just be in a country that has made Bitcoin legal tender across the entire nation. And this is the first country in the world to ever do this. So to be here, to be on this soil is something of an honor for me as a Bitcoiner. And people that have been watching me, people that know me personally, they know that I've been talking about Bitcoin, evangelizing about Bitcoin for as long as I can remember. And I always tell people that putting in that proof of work is what's going to make you come out on the end of that tunnel. So look at it. Bitcoin has gotten me to this Central American country, 80-degree weather. And, when you have something that you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like a job. It feels like, you're living your dream. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I have been blessed with an opportunity to work for an incredible Bitcoin only company. I'm super honored and excited. I'm going to continue to give you guys the best footage. I'm going to continue to show you my journey into Bitcoin. I'm going to continue to podcast some of the most introspective and interesting people in the ecosystem. And just stay tuned, man. I'm just documenting my journey here. I'll be in El Zonte tomorrow, which is Bitcoin Beach, which is considered like the Mecca. And today I'm going to link up with my brother Bobo Dread at 1:30. He's having a speech at the NACA stage for Bitcoin 2023, Adopting Bitcoin 2023. And he's going to kind of talk about that hybrid model of connecting the Caribbean with Bitcoin and hopefully allowing that to be a form of sovereign wealth or remittances for people in Jamaica and across the diaspora of the Caribbean. So, I'm definitely going to be on board to hear that conversation. And, just stay tuned. There'll be more things in store. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. This helps me to help you. And, let's keep going in El Salvador. Peace. We have arrived in beautiful El Zonte. As you can see, we are right by the water. Absolutely gorgeous. Still building, still constructing some stuff, but awesome. So we have arrived and I will be filming more.
Just tapped in El Zonte, aka Bitcoin Beach, and this is on the coast of El Salvador, the southern coast. And we are going to show some footage of Chris Hunter, my brother from another mother, giving us a tour of El Zonte and Bitcoin Beach. Check it out. Also, Chris shows us around El Zonte and tells us some really fun, spooky facts about certain hotels or resorts that are haunted. It was a really funny story, so check that out while we tour El Zonte.
So TC, you've done some traveling, right?
Yeah, man, I feel blessed. I've been all around the world.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
You been to Tulum, Mexico?
No.
Okay, this is
Mexico.
similar vibe.
I've been on some of the border towns, and I also was in San Miguel de Allende, which is like a mountain town in the center of Mexico.
Yep.
That's about the extent of my Mexico journey. I haven't been to Mexico City.
Yeah, you should check out like the Yucatan area.
Yeah.
You'll really enjoy that.
Oh, I love the cuisine there, and
So hold off permanently. This will become a familiar spot. Like you don't want to stay in the rooms here. It's like a feedback hotel that's literally haunted. Got great stories about that. Walk through here. There's a cool little like low-end restaurant, like super casual. Come here for beers, sunset. If you want to like easy peasy lunch, like the food's actually very good and very cheap. So remember, olas permanente.
Pet friendly. Don't smoke, no guns. Huh?
And we have ghosts.
Buddy, actually, Aaron von Garten does that technical Bitcoin podcast.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a technical editor for Bitcoin magazine. Like he's got terrifying stories of being haunted by a ghost all this fucked up.
Oh shit.
Really?
Alright, well, I think I'll stick to Garten.
The Garten's also haunted. We'll come back to that over lunch. You have to, dude. I've got an amazing story for you for my first night in Garten.
Is this built on an Indian burial ground? What's going on here?
Dude, the staff at Garten is so terrified. They refuse to go into the supply closet because like they'll go in and the door will just close behind them.
Oh no. That's not what I wanted to
This
hear.
is the river, like not this, but like. We're basically halfway through the town. Again, just to race you at that end of the road is where we started. This is one of the main thoroughfares. It's ridiculous. This is all new?
Yep.
Progress?
Oh yeah. Yes, I knew this.
¿Cómo andamos? ¿Bien? Hotel?
Yes. Hey, I've seen that before. There you go.
Hola.
You out to a gym now? Whole town is under construction. So, no joke. We showed up here summer 2023 years ago, and like the town is roughly 3,000 people, and as you might imagine, like there's nobody leaves and nobody immigrates, right? Like 6th generation people living in these countries, and maybe 30 people out of the 3,000 ever even had a bank account, right? And so if you don't have a bank account, you don't save, right? We're going up?
Yep.
Maybe in.
So, like, if you don't have a bank account, the only way you save is basically cash on the mattress. Or, I discovered people in town who were like wanting to like some investment, they would literally buy cinder blocks, right? And then sit on them for a couple of years, and then hope to sell them at a premium in the future. That was their savings account.
Holy crap. God.
But think about it, like, you're in on a couple $100 a month, you have cash in hand.
Hola.
What are you on?
Buenos días.
Buenas tardes.
Yeah, so it doesn't get much better than this. I mean, this villa was incredible. Bitcoin Beach is a place that I feel everybody should visit. If you're looking to unwind and get in some vacation time, I highly recommend coming down to El Salvador. As you can see, we have the little rooftop deck here going on. You can come up here and stretch, do your yoga, just take in some fresh air in the morning, tropical trees, coconut trees, palm trees. I highly recommend El Salvador, El Zonte. You will not be disappointed. Now let's head down to the beach and the local market.
So in El Zonte, there is a river that separates two sides of the town. This is one side of the town. This is another side of the town, more like on the Bitcoin Beach side. So as you can see, Dallas and his girl and my boy TC are attempting to cross the river without breaking their necks. And this is fed by a spring coming from the mountains up there. So this is fresh water coming down into salt water, which is the ocean. Fire. Dallas, you got that, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Don't twist an ankle, please.
Bitcoin Beach was awesome. As you can see, TC is here using some Bitcoin to buy local merchandise, and we're going to see some footage of Dallas using the Satoshi wallet in El Salvador. Just check it out.
And then URL, so.
Sliding.
The same one now. Sí, pero. ¿Tienes?
Es un momento. Sí, sí. Va a ser un momento. Está.
Sí.
Perfecto.
Gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Chao.
What's going on, everybody? So this is the last day in beautiful El Salvador. I am in El Zonte, which is on the coast of the country of El Salvador, and this is the final day. We did a bunch of stuff. We went to the local market. We spent some Bitcoin. We got to see the culture. We got to see the people. We actually went down to the beach. We crossed a river. We went to the other side of Bitcoin Beach because the town is separated by a river. And yeah, pretty much that's it, man. I've been really enjoying myself. This has been a once in a lifetime experience. I keep reiterating that and saying that all over and over, but it's one of them things where you can't really explain it, man. Like, I've done tons of traveling. I've gone to the Caribbean. I've gone to, all over the world. I've been traveling. And of course, I've been to Mexico. Now I've been to Central America. This is the first time I've ever been in El Salvador. And it's fire, man. You see the background, like the vibes is nice, tropical, lush, great fruit juices, great food. The people are super nice. And it's just one of those beautiful things to actually see Bitcoin being used. Like, I didn't really use a lot of cash. Some places didn't accept Bitcoin, which was kind of a bummer. We were kind of like, bro, what's going on? Y'all only accept Bitcoin in a country that has Bitcoin as legal tender. But I think that they have some kind of discrepancy with the volatility of it or just the exchange rates. But for the most part, when you go to the market, you go to the local places and you say, hola, accept that's Bitcoin, they light up like, yes, we accept Bitcoin. They pull out their little phone, their Blink wallet, their Chivo wallet. And, I use my Satoshi wallet to send them some sats for a bag of mangoes or a t-shirt or something that I like. And it's just a fire peer-to-peer transaction to actually be in a country that actually embraces this, because for so long, so many people think Bitcoin is a joke. No one takes it seriously. When I talk about Bitcoin, or I tell people I work in the Bitcoin industry, it's a technology-based industry, just like a software developer or a software engineer would be in that kind of industry. Bitcoiners are immersed into the tech, into the economic banking industries. That's what Bitcoin is all about. So I never understood why people never took me serious talking about Bitcoin or educating people on Bitcoin or working on Bitcoin, because look where Bitcoin has gotten me. Most people's jobs do not fly them out to a tropical Central American country to learn and immerse about this technology. So I can't complain, and I hope that everybody has enjoyed their journey following me in El Salvador. I'll have a couple other fire picks, like my boy Dallas, who is the CEO of Satoshi. He's at the house. I'm about to go holler at him, get some footage at the penthouse, which is fire, baller status. And guess what? 2018, 2017, this villa did not exist. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin helped build this villa.
because people that have Bitcoin or embrace Bitcoin came down to this town and actually spent their money here, creating a circular economy and allowing the people here to actually have a tourist destination that people can come and visit. They're continuing to build the roads. They're continuing to build the signs. So it's a fire place to be, and I think everybody should check it out.